Welcome back, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today we're going to be exploring something I think really fascinating,
Oh, yeah.
which is this connection we found
Yeah.
between women at the very top of the business world, like in those C-suite positions,
Okay.
and their backgrounds in athletics.
Interesting.
Yeah. And so it turns out
Mm-hmm.
that a really surprising number, 94% of women in the C-suite
Wow.
have played sports at some point in their lives.
Huh.
So we've got a ton of reports, articles, and even some real-life examples of some pretty amazing female CEOs to dive into
Okay.
and hopefully uncover what's behind this, honestly, pretty impressive statistic.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, so it kind of makes you wonder, right?
Yeah, like, is it just a coincidence or is there something more to it?
Right, like,
I-
does being an athlete actually set these women up for success as leaders?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly what we're going to be trying to figure out today.
Uh.
When I first saw that 94% number, I was pretty shocked.
Yeah,
It's not just like a small correlation or anything. It's a huge majority.
for sure.
And actually, the research shows that 52% of these women played at the collegiate level.
Oh, wow.
So they weren't just like casually playing sports.
Yeah.
They were really dedicated and competitive athletes.
So that's like a whole other
Yes!
level of commitment.
It is.
Yeah.
We're not just talking about a game of tennis on the weekends here.
Right.
Like these women were putting in the hours, the training,
Mm-hmm.
the dedication.
Oh,
Really makes you think about the kind of drive and discipline that must take.
definitely. Yeah, and it's not just a trend at lower levels of leadership either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 80% of Fortune 500 female CEOs also have a background in sports.
Wow. So we're talking like the top tier of the business world.
Exactly.
And it seems like athletics played a pretty big role in getting them there.
It seems that way, yeah.
So, okay, we're not just looking at numbers here, though, right?
Right.
We really want to understand what this connection means for women in leadership.
Of course.
And I think to do that, we kind of have to hear it straight from the source. You
Yeah,
know,
I agree.
what are these women themselves saying about their experiences?
Well, survey actually found that 85% of women who played sports believe that it contributed to their success professionally.
So it's one thing to see the statistics,
Yeah.
but to hear that kind of confirmation straight from the women themselves is pretty powerful.
It's really compelling, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's like having those CEOs, right here in the room with us,
Yeah.
sharing their stories and their insights
Uh,
makes it so much more tangible.
for sure.
So speaking of those CEOs,
Okay.
why don't we dive into some specific examples?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
All right. Let's start with someone who really embodies this athletic drive.
Okay.
Meg Whitman, the former CEO of Hewlett-Packard.
Oh, yeah.
She wasn't just a one-sport wonder either.
Oh, really?
We're talking captain of her high school swim team, varsity lacrosse, tennis, basketball, and she even played squash and lacrosse at Princeton.
Wow. Okay. Meg Whitman was clearly a force to be reckoned with, both in the pool and in the boardroom.
Yeah,
Really makes you wonder how all that experience translates to the business world.
yeah. And then there's Indra Nooyi,
Okay.
former CEO of PepsiCo,
Mm-hmm.
and she played cricket in college, all while earning degrees in physics, chemistry, and mathematics.
Okay, cricket and STEM subjects.
Yeah.
Indra Nooyi is officially my new inspiration.
Yeah, she's
It's like she's defying stereotypes left and right,
stolen.
excelling in both athletics and academics.
And we can't forget about Susan Wojcicki,
Right.
former CEO of YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
She was a swimmer at Harvard
Wow.
while majoring in history and literature.
Okay, so she was also like well-rounded.
Yeah, demonstrating a very well-rounded approach to her education and personal growth.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
What's that?
It seems like these women weren't just playing sports.
Mm-hmm.
They were excelling in their studies, pursuing all sorts of interests. It seems like being an athlete kind of goes hand in hand with a strong work ethic and that drive to succeed in all areas of life.
Yeah, you're definitely picking up on something important.
Okay.
It's not just about the physical aspect of sports. It's about the mentality it fosters.
I see.
And for a real trailblazer,
Okay.
we've got Lynn Laverty Elsenhans, former CEO of Sunoco.
Mm-hmm.
She was on Rice University's first ever women's basketball team.
Now that's what I call breaking barriers.
Yeah,
Both on the court and in the corporate world.
for sure.
It's so inspiring to see these women paving the way for others.
Yeah, and rounding out our list of amazing women
Okay.
is Hanneke Faber, the president of Foods and Refreshment at Unilever.
Okay.
She was a competitive diver
Wow.
who even went to the World Championships.
No way.
Yeah, and she continued her athletic journey at the University of Houston.
Okay, so she really kept it going.
Exactly, showcasing her commitment to both sports and academics.
Wow. I am absolutely blown away by these women and their accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
They're amazing.
What really strikes me is the diversity of their backgrounds
Hmm.
and the variety of sports that they played.
Yeah.
It really shatters the stereotype of who a female athlete is.
You've hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
And that brings us to the heart of our deep dive.
Oh?
What is it about sports that seems to foster these incredible leadership qualities?
Okay, here's where things get really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm ready to dive into the why behind this connection.
All right, let's break it down.
Okay.
One of the key themes that emerges from our research is that sports cultivate valuable skills and mindsets
Okay.
that translate directly to business leadership.
Like, what do you mean?
Well, think about it. What do you need to succeed in a high-pressure competitive environment?
Well, confidence has to be up there.
Yes.
And I guess that healthy dose of competitive spirit, to keep pushing yourself forward.
Exactly. And sports are almost like a training ground for developing those qualities.
Okay.
Imagine the pressure of a game-winning shot.
Right.
Or the thrill of achieving a personal best. Mm-hmm.
Those experiences build a level of confidence and determination
Okay.
that can be applied to any challenge, whether it's in the boardroom or beyond.
Yeah, it's like that feeling of accomplishment you get when you push yourself beyond your limits and succeed.
Yeah.
That must translate into a really strong sense of self-belief.
For sure. And that confidence can help women assert themselves and take risks,
Okay.
which is essential for driving innovation and leading effectively.
So it's not just about the skills themselves. It's
Okay.
about the mindset that sports cultivate.
Exactly.
This idea of pushing yourself, embracing challenges, striving for excellence, those are qualities that go way beyond the playing field.
Absolutely. And for women in particular who often face unique challenges and biases in the workplace,
Oh, yeah.
this athletic background can be a real game changer.
Okay, so we've looked at the stats. We've explored some pretty inspiring examples of CEOs with these athletic backgrounds.
Yeah.
And we started to analyze the why behind this connection. But what does it all mean?
What are the key takeaways from all this information?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that we need to rethink how we view sports participation, especially for women.
Okay.
For too long, it's been seen as just like a recreational activity.
Oh, yeah.
Or even as a distraction from academics and career aspirations.
Right.
But what we're seeing here is that sports can actually be a really powerful catalyst for success,
Yeah.
especially for women in leadership roles.
So instead of seeing sports as something that takes away from other pursuits, we should be embracing them as a valuable tool
Exactly.
for personal and professional development.
Exactly. And this applies not just to aspiring CEOs,
Oh,
but to women in any field, really.
okay.
The skills and mindset cultivated through sports are transferable to any career path.
That's such an empowering message.
It is.
And I think it challenges some pretty deep-seated societal norms.
Totally.
We often hear about how important it is to encourage girls in STEM fields,
Right.
which is great.
Yeah.
But maybe we should be encouraging them to hit the soccer field or the basketball court just as much.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Sports can be such a powerful tool for building confidence, leadership skills, and resilience, all of which are essential for success in any field.
Okay, so I have to ask, does this information make you rethink the value of sports participation?
Absolutely.
Not just for physical fitness, but for personal and professional development.
100%. It's clear that the benefits of sports extend far beyond the playing field.
It really makes you wonder if we're missing out on a huge opportunity by not encouraging more girls and women to get involved in sports.
I think we are. Imagine the potential we could unlock if we viewed sports as a fundamental part of leadership development.
Right, not just a pastime.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It could change the game for so many women.
For sure.
So we've uncovered some pretty powerful insights so far.
Yeah.
First, the statistics don't lie. There's a clear connection between athletic participation and success for women in leadership positions.
That's right.
And second, it's not just about the stats. It's about the skills and mindset that sports cultivate.
Yeah.
We're talking confidence, competitive spirit resilience, goal setting, teamwork, adaptability. All those ingredients you need to thrive in a challenging and demanding environment.
Exactly.
It's like sports provide this blueprint for leadership success.
Totally.
And what I find most inspiring is that these women come from such diverse backgrounds and played such a wide variety of sports.
Yeah.
It really highlights how universal these skills are and the power of sports to empower women from all walks of life.
Absolutely.
And now it's time to take an even deeper dive into what those skills actually look like in action.
Okay, let's explore how those seemingly simple concepts like confidence and resilience translate into the boardroom and beyond.
Awesome.
We'll take a closer look at how these incredible CEOs use their athletic experiences to navigate the challenges of leadership and achieve extraordinary success.
I can't wait.
Me too.
Okay, so I'm ready to see how these concepts kind of play out in the real world. Let's get specific. How did these CEOs actually use their athletic experience to navigate those, really high-stakes business decisions?
Okay, so let's go back to Meg Whitman. Yeah, where she was a multi-sport athlete, even captain of her swim team.
Mm-hmm.
And sources describe her as bringing that same team-first mentality to HP.
Interesting.
Yeah, she fostered a culture of collaboration, recognizing that success really relies on leveraging everyone's strengths,
Okay.
just like in a relay race.
So it's not just about being competitive. It's about channeling that competitive spirit into a team effort.
Exactly.
That makes sense. And I bet those years of coordinating plays and strategies on the field really translated well to leading a company.
Yeah, absolutely. And think about the resilience athletes develop.
Okay.
They face setbacks, losses, maybe even injuries.
Right.
Yet they learn to bounce back.
Yeah.
Take Indra Nooyi, for example.
Okay.
She faced a ton of challenges during her time at PepsiCo.
Oh, yeah.
From market fluctuations to internal restructuring.
And those are some serious hurdles.
They are.
But I bet her cricket background really helped her stay focused and adaptable.
Yeah.
It's not like a cricket match always goes according to plan, right?
Exactly. You got
Well,
it. There are unexpected twists and turns, just like in business.
Right?
And Nooyi herself has talked about how those experiences on the cricket field taught her to stay calm under pressure,
Okay.
analyze the situation, and come up with creative solutions.
It's like that saying, keep your eye on the ball,
Yeah.
even when things get chaotic.
Absolutely.
It's so fascinating to see how those seemingly unrelated experiences can have such a huge impact on someone's leadership style.
Yeah, it really is.
So we've talked about teamwork and resilience.
Mm.
What about those other key skills,
Okay.
like goal setting and adaptability?
Well, sports are all about setting goals and working strategically to achieve them.
Okay.
Whether it's aiming for a personal best or a championship win, athletes learn to break down big goals into smaller steps
Right.
and constantly adjust their approach based on feedback and performance.
That's so crucial in the business world, too.
It is.
You need clear objectives, a roadmap to get there,
Right.
and the flexibility to adjust course when necessary.
Exactly.
I can see how those years of training and competition would really instill that kind of discipline and strategic thinking.
Absolutely. And let's not forget adaptability.
Okay.
In sports, things rarely go exactly as planned.
Right.
The weather changes, the opponent throws a curveball. You have to adjust your game plan on the fly.
Yeah, it's like that feeling when your star player gets injured and you have to shuffle the lineup or come up with a whole new strategy to compensate.
Yeah.
I imagine that kind of quick thinking and adaptability is like gold in the business world,
Oh, for sure.
where unexpected challenges pop up all the time.
You nailed it. And the research actually supports that idea.
Oh, wow.
Studies show that athletes are often better at handling pressure, making quick decisions, and pivoting when necessary.
Oh.
All thanks to those years of experience adapting to changing circumstances on the field.
So basically what we're seeing here is that sports aren't just about physical fitness.
Right.
They're like a boot camp for leadership skills.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
An incredible training ground for developing those essential traits that are valuable in pretty much any field.
And it's not just about the skills themselves.
Right.
It's also about the mindset that sports cultivate.
Right.
That drive to push yourself, embrace challenges, and strive for excellence.
Yeah.
Those are qualities that extend far beyond the playing field.
It's like those qualities become ingrained in who you are,
Yeah.
shaping how you approach any challenge in life,
Right.
whether it's a tough business decision or even a personal obstacle.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredibly inspiring to see how these women have channeled their athletic experiences into such remarkable success.
It really is, and I think it highlights the importance of recognizing and valuing the lessons learned through sports,
Okay.
especially for young girls and women.
So we've really unpacked the why behind this powerful connection between athletics and leadership success. We've looked at the data, explored those inspiring CEO examples, and even delved into how those specific athletic experiences translate to the boardroom.
Right.
But where do we go from here?
Yeah.
What's the so what for our listeners?
Well, I think this deep dive challenges us to rethink some of our assumptions about sports and their value.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time we move beyond seeing them as just extracurricular activities or a way to stay in shape.
I'm totally with you on that. If sports can cultivate these incredible leadership qualities and mindsets,
Right.
shouldn't we be encouraging more participation, especially for young girls?
Absolutely. Imagine if we started viewing sports as a fundamental part of leadership development,
Right.
not just something you do in your spare time.
Yeah, it's like planting seeds for future success.
Totally.
Instead of telling girls, you can be anything you want to be, maybe we should be saying, go join a team, try a new sport, push yourself beyond your limits,
Yeah.
and watch what you become.
That's powerful. And, the research shows that women who played sports are more likely to take on leadership roles,
Interesting.
even outside of traditional business settings.
Oh, really?
We're talking about community involvement, mentorship, even running for public office.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's not just about climbing the corporate ladder.
Right.
It's about empowering women to lead in all aspects of their lives.
Exactly.
And make a real impact on the world.
Exactly. And I think it's important to remember that leadership isn't just about holding a fancy title or being in charge.
Okay.
It's about inspiring others, driving change, and making a difference.
Right.
And sports can provide the tools and the mindset to do just that.
Yeah, it's like sports give you this incredible toolkit for like navigating challenges and achieving your goals.
Right.
Both personally and professionally.
Yeah.
But it also makes me wonder, are there any downsides to this connection between athletics and leadership? Could there be any like unintended consequences of, emphasizing this link so strongly?
Yeah, that's a great question. And
Wow.
it's definitely important to acknowledge that, not every athlete becomes a CEO.
Right.
And not every CEO is like a star athlete or anything.
Or
We don't want to create this really narrow definition of success that excludes those who maybe didn't have the opportunity or even the interest in playing organized sports.
yeah, that's a really important point.
It is.
We want to celebrate the power of sports without implying that it's like the only path to leadership or success.
Exactly. It's about recognizing those transferable skills and the valuable lessons learned through sports, but also acknowledging that, everyone's journey is unique.
Right.
There are so many ways to develop those leadership qualities, mentorship, community involvement, artistic pursuits.
Right.
The key is to just find what works for you and cultivate those strengths.
I love that it's about embracing that diversity of experiences.
Yeah.
And recognizing that leadership can look so many different ways.
Exactly. And ultimately, it's about creating a more inclusive and supportive environment where everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential regardless of their background or path.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I think we've uncovered some pretty powerful insights.
We have.
First, the statistics are compelling.
Yeah.
There's a clear correlation between athletic participation and success for women in leadership positions.
For sure.
But it's not just about the numbers. It's about the why behind those statistics.
And that why is all about the skills and the mindset that sports cultivate.
Right.
The confidence, resilience, teamwork, adaptability, that drive to push yourself beyond your limits and strive for excellence.
Yeah.
Those are qualities that can benefit anyone in any field.
That sports provide this incredible training ground for developing those essential traits that are so valuable in leadership and in life.
Absolutely.
And what I find so inspiring is that these women come from such diverse backgrounds and played such a wide variety of sports.
Yeah.
It highlights the universality of these skills and the power of sports to empower women from all walks of life.
It really is a testament to the transformative potential of sports.
So as we wrap up, I want to leave you with a final thought.
Okay.
Think about your own experiences or observations. Have you noticed this connection between athletics and leadership in your own life? Maybe seen it in colleagues, mentors, or even in yourself.
Yeah.
And even if you haven't been a competitive athlete, have you ever had an experience where you had to dig deep and put yourself beyond your comfort zone to overcome a challenge? What did you learn from that experience? How did it shape you?
And if this deep dive has sparked your curiosity, we encourage you to explore this topic further.
Yeah.
There's a ton of research and inspiring stories out there just waiting to be discovered.
That's it for this deep dive into the fascinating connection between C-suite women and sports.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.